again, if you know, just very flexible and very powerful, and just a guy I think is going to make an excellent impact. You want it to be a Hurricane, and so we're very fortunate to have those two guys join us.
Hey, Coach, I'm not good with math, but I think maybe you have a spot left. Is that accurate? Do you have a space left for late Tiny if it comes to that?
I don't think we do.
Now you guys are full?
I don't think we do.
You know better than I would.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm going to remember that during the season.
Al, can you talk about the three Palm Beach kids, Angelo
Yeah.
John Louis, Robert Lockhart, and Gabriel Terry?
Yeah. You know, it's great to have those guys, and then certainly Blue up in that area too. So I mean, it's great to have those guys join us. You know, Angelo had a great week at Under Armour. You know, all the coaches, Mariucci and all those guys kept saying, "Man, who is this kid?" So he did a great job up there. You know, Gabe Terry is one of those guys. Now, you know, stars, I don't know, but go around and ask coaches if they would want a guy that has run 10.900 meter at 210 pounds. Okay, that finished second in a runner-up in the state of Nebraska in wrestling. Okay, at his weight class, he's got a 3.6, and had the tape that he had, and tell me we should be passing that kid up. You know, I just couldn't justify flying to other states when that kid was right down the road. Beautiful young man. Had a chance to visit with him. You know, during the season, he came down and saw us, and really just think he's going to be an excellent player. He'll play Sam for us. Juwan Blue is a guy who was a late addition for us today. Certainly not because of his talent, but because of scholarships that were promised before we got to him. And he communicated you know, with us down the stretch. We're very grateful to him and the coach for giving us this opportunity, for giving us this opportunity, and we're grateful that he decided to join us, and certainly he'll help us at linebacker. And then Robert Lockhart is really, I think he's going to be a really good player. He'll be with us in May. Excellent hands, adjusts to the ball really well, brings us length, and you know, I think that's a really good group in an area that we haven't done great in. We visited some others, didn't get them, but we're very active up there, and we're going to continue to be.
Is John Louis definitely a receiver, do you think? He
I think
played
so.
always defensive back.
I think so. He plays a little safety too, but I think receiver.
Oh, you talked a lot about defensive backs and receivers and need there. How well do you feel like you did addressing those two?
Yeah, I mean, we're really thrilled. You know, I mean, we'll, you know, I think every year you're going to have to recruit corners. You know, it's a lot like quarterback, but our focus this year, you know, coming forward, has to go to safety. Now that we've addressed, you know, the corners, but we, you know, certainly we'll still recruit corners as well. But you know, Deion Bush and Trace and Nate Dortch and Larry Hope and Vernon Davis, and just a really good group. And then Rayshawn Jenkins is a guy who can play, you know, safety or wide out or running back if we wanted to. And so it's a good group. And Gunther and Hope are here now, so that will get us going. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but Hope is here now as of last night. So so I think we addressed it at corner, and then I think we addressed both depth and talent at wide receiver.
Al, with the possible NCAA sanctions that still loom, or nobody really knows what's going to happen, how were you able to convince these kids? Just be up front with them? Or
I just think we were honest with them. I think, like I said, I think we were honest with them, and I think more than anything, I think they know. I think they could tell that we weren't here. We didn't have anything to do with it. I think they understood that we weren't responsible for it, but we are responsible enough to fix it. And I think they understand what we're all about. I think they know and understand now, since the Ohio State deal, that there's a shift in the NCAA right now in terms of going after the perpetrators, and I think they'll do that. Okay, and I think they understand that you know, we have great leadership with Sean Eichhorst, who wasn't here. Our staff wasn't here, and probably 93 or 94% of the players weren't here. So we served a big penalty last year. We gave up a bowl game. You know, we basically got the rug pulled out from under us with our football team. You know, 8, 9 days, 10 days before the first season. We ended up starting, I don't know, 30 different guys on defense because of it. You know, so we paid a dear penalty in terms of lack of continuity, in terms of suspensions, in terms of distractions. You know, don't think that didn't impact every player on this team, and certainly the coaches. So you know, we think we've gotten a lot of that behind us now, and we're moving forward.
To follow up on what Chris said,
Sure.
I mean, how important is it, do you feel like for you guys to get as big of a class that you did, 33 guys, to have those bodies in case there are the scholarships?
Yeah, again, that really didn't have anything to do with it. I think, you know, the guys leaving early had a lot to do with it, and, you know, just, so again, I get the questions a lot. You know, you can't take 40 guys, you know, but we probably could have. You know, I mean, you can't take more than 25. So if we didn't have such a small year a year ago, we wouldn't have been able to count anybody back. So we're stuck at 25. So, and what I'm saying to you is that for guys to leave early, it was the worst possible year to leave early, because we're capped off at 25. So we could never fill those back. So at our very best, we'll play with probably 80 this year.
Now, you've referred to inferiority complex twice.
Yeah.
What do you mean specifically?
I don't know. I mean, are we not supposed to beat Alabama down here? I mean, are we not supposed to beat Florida or Florida State down here? I don't get that. Again, the challenge for me every day, and I understand it, and I think every coach that walks in the building understands it. We need players to understand it. Look at those rings every day. Well, there's 5 rings in that office down the hall. That's the challenge, and that's what we're fighting. That's what we're trying to get back to. So, again, add all those guys together, they don't have 5 rings. So, this, you know, again, that's what I mean by inferiority complex. You know, let's be proud of who we are. You know, we're not a large state institution. You know, we're a small private institution. You know, we have the best of both worlds here. We have a great environment in Coral Gables, Sunset Place, Miracle Mile, Coconut Grove. We have everything that you could possibly want in a college town, coupled with anything that you could want from